What's good, YouTube? I'm back with another reaction video, man. I got Paul George, the reason why the NBA sucks. I don't know what that supposed to mean, but we finna see, man. If you haven't already, y'all like, comment, and subscribe, man. Hit the notification bell if you haven't already so you can see videos like this. Otherwise, let's go and get into it.
How are we gonna have 3 games, three All-Star games? Like, we had hard enough time trying to get everyone to compete at a high level playing in one game. I'm gonna cry.
Oh, really?
I don't know, man. It's
he's not wrong. That's pretty true.
All-Star break is like, damn, I get time to chill. They use it. Paul George.
That wasn't a very good example.
25 years or younger. And then you watching everybody
You
around
can't be fooling out All-Star low lights. I ain't never seen nothing like that.
Like, I still gotta, I gotta go hard for this game. Good answer. And now Jaylen Brown. Like, I gotta go hard for this game.
Right. As I'm sure you guys know, when it comes to Paul George, he's one of my least favorite players.
Dang, that's some hate. That's your least favorite. Sheesh, out of all the players in the league. Well, that's just
NBA is not my least favorite. And why I despise someone like Paul George so much is not because of his playoff failures, playoff chokes, even his decline as a player. Why I despise Paul George, why many people despise Paul George, has to do with his mentality, attitude, and approach to basketball.
That's
yeah,
unfortunate.
I mean, it's different. I'm used to scrapping and running around and chasing and fighting through screens, and to be honest, I'm bored. Playing and on a 5.
Tell me he didn't just say that.
This guy did not just. I want to go see that full interview to see what he was talking about. Bored? What do you mean?
Those comments right there can be interpreted in a ton of different ways. But the way I take them is a thinly veiled shot at Joel Embiid, of course, Philadelphia's center. As what Paul George is essentially saying, in my view, is that Embiid's not here, I'm playing the 5, and I'm tired on board with it, and I'm basically blaming Embiid.
You telling me there's no other big on the team? Why is Paul George at the 5? Wait, what? Hold on. I haven't been watching the Sixers lately, so I can't even. I hope that's not like all the way true, and like that's something that's been consistently happening. Because you have Drummond, so I know that's not like what you mean.
As looking at Philly right now, we are 15-21, the 11th seed in the Eastern Conference. Using the word bored, it's a terrible choice of words, especially for Paul George. And if you want to talk being bored, you know what I'm bored with? Wannabe superstars like Paul George going from city to city, conference to conference,
and doing nothing,
robbing NBA teams and robbing NBA fans.
I just been talking about that.
Missing games, that's not even the worst problem. Guys like Paul George have subpar and questionable effort. The motivation doesn't seem to be there, and the apathy towards winning is downright disgusting.
I'm sick of your crybaby bullshit.
For someone like Paul George, he has the talent of a #1 option, the talent of an NBA Hall of Famer, but in terms of attitude, mentality, overall leadership, that's simply never been there for someone like Paul George. At this point, he's one of those guys who's almost super willing, even eager, to point their finger at anyone but himself when adversity strikes. And again, looking at Paul George, the individual player, this guy is the last guy to be talking. This year in Philly,
he ain't even been there this season. Man, just been non-existent.
Second year in the NBA. Shooting percentage, 41.7, the lowest of his career.
Hyped up this trade, hyped up this move, this Sixers moving in, panned out to be nothing. And he just robbed the Sixers. Bad.
34%, the lowest since the rookie season. And the free throw line,
got him.
Down 9% from just last year. And the icing on top of the cake for Paul George, out of 36 games this year already, he's missed 11. And in 4 games, has scored under 10 points. And in 6 games, shot under 30%.
Oh my God. What is that smell?
Somebody smell like shit.
That's the smell of desire, my lady.
The idea of someone like Paul George on paper, it makes sense, it looks phenomenal. But Paul George in play just never seems to actually work. And this guy at his best in his prime I mean, a highly efficient wing scorer who debatably could be number one. To me personally, he never was
I'm
that.
PG
He was
game,
a
but I hate
high-caliber
that. But I don't like to
but
see
not a
this.
serious championship guy.
This
and
isn't a
leader
good
of
example of your
franchise.
game.
And to nail that point home even further, here's Paul George's own words describing his attitude and approach to the NBA's new All-Star game.
Here's we already had a hard time with one game. How are we going to have games, three All-Star games? Like, we had hard enough time trying to get everyone to compete at a high level playing in one game.
Right.
That's true.
So I
But
just
it's
don't
like, you know, we're
understand.
saying PG. He's not wrong. This is a stupid All-Star. I do not like this All-Star format whatsoever. You got 3 games, 2 young, like you got 2 regular All-Star teams, a team full of young. Actually, 2 teams full of. I don't get it. It's stupid and weird. I don't like it. Like, just. It's not the All-Star Week. This All-Star Week is finna be whack, but it's finna get watched because we don't know what we finna get until it happens.
That's the competition. That's the competitive part about it. Is competing to get to that. I think it's 40 or something like that. But yeah, I don't like the format.
So first off, Podcast P, the All-Star game.
A lot of people don't like it. He ain't the only one.
Don't worry, you're not going to be there. You're not going to be there for a long time.
Paid Vxlkel's way back to the NBA as George. Wow.
Yeah.
In the bathroom.
In the bathroom.
George's statement right there. He said verbatim.
We already had a hard time with one game. How are we going to have 3 games?
I mean, that right
Yeah.
there is absolutely damning. Almost Exhibit A of today's players not taking things seriously. And again, you want to talk individual skill.
Who made this?
cool
Who
angles,
made
all
that
these
up, though?
workouts and
Like,
moves. Yesterday's
whose idea
players,
was that?
They have all that. But in terms of competitiveness, just drive to outdo their peers, for some reason, that's not
Cause
big.
I ain't like that.
It's
I don't know
absolute
whose
error.
idea was
It's
for
just
this All-Star
I
game.
don't know, man. It's people just look at the All-Star break. It's like, damn, I get time to chill. Like, I get time to
To dick
get
around,
a
that's
breather,
what
get a
it looks
break,
like.
Get a rest, and then you throw the All-Star game in there midway, and then you watching everybody around you enjoy vacation and enjoying off time, and you like, shit, I gotta go hard for this game.
It has been quite the week for you, and the weekend is ending together to.
This is going hard.
This All-Star game Sunday. What a special.
That's going hard.
It's just I don't know, man. It's people just look at the All-Star break. It's like, damn, I get time to chill.
Nah. And it's
Somebody take this guy's mic, get him off the internet, stop doing these player podcasts.
Nah.
Because every episode, every video, you should expose yourself with your
it
own
just looks
words.
worse and worse.
As
Oh, I
George right there
forgot. I
said,
didn't even have this in there. I'm
willingly,
tripping.
openly,
Damn.
Guys at All-Star Weekend.
I don't even know if I was
chill,
hurt,
take
but
it easy,
hey, it's
and
good.
they're not jealous of players who are on vacation and that aren't All-Stars. This right here is like someone admitting to a murder, saying, "Yep, I did it.
Oof.
Here's the proof. There's the crime scene. That's me at the crime scene."
The case is closed.
And in terms of mega NBA superstars, the great players, I mean, these guys get paid tons and tons of money to perform for the fans and show out for the fans. No
Yeah, it's
offense
not
to
been
the
showing
role
out
player
this
guys
year.
in the NBA who are like 15, even 10 points per game. Those guys are vital and great for teams winning. But if you're Sonya Vxlkel misses a game, and I go to that game, I'm not going to be like, damn, I missed him, he didn't play. Now, if someone like Max didn't play, sat out, then I might be pissed. That's kind of the trade-off in superstar players and the role players. Those guys are the best players in the NBA. They're held to a higher standard because, of course, you're getting paid much more. When those guys don't play the game seriously, the NBA as a whole suffers.
I don't mind if playing hard and putting on a show, but like it's everybody's got to do it.
Right.
But
It
I
is
do
a
get
good
why
collective.
guys are like, man, I would much rather get some of this rest.
So, Podcast P right there, obviously a follower, not a leader, and has no leadership qualities, abilities to even just lead by example at the very least. And that right there is a key word, leadership. Who is the leader of the NBA? Who has their hand at the wheel, steering the ship into the future? Is it Adam Silver, LeBron, some committee? I mean, who is it? Whoever it is, they're doing a terrible, terrible job.
Whack.
And in terms of veteran player leadership, saying to play hard in the All-Star game should be like the bare minimum requirement of a superstar player and a leader of the NBA. And again, George right here in his own words, just kind of saying, we don't really care.
Rightfully so. There's been a lot of stars that have been injured and been hurt. And so they aren't, available every night. Myself being in that, haven't been healthy some games. Needed a game to get completely healthy.
This man healthy.
So the way I interpret that right there is Paul George, what he's saying is that athletes nowadays, they could play in some games, but they choose not to. And the key word is fully healthy. A lot of guys around mid-January, they're 75, 80%, maybe 85%.
That potential
Nobody right
roster
now
hasn't
is
even been
100%
there.
healthy
Not for real.
and rested. It's just not possible. But for someone like George, his mindset is that I can't really play at half speed, being semi-hurt, semi-banged up. For Paul George, that means I'm resting, I'm not playing.
No, I don't really feel like it.
Like I've said numerous times, if you have a broken arm, a concussion, a very serious injury, you medically cannot play. I mean, that's fine, we understand that. You should sit out. But if you're fatigued, has a wear and tear, and you're not playing at 85%, even like 75%, that's a problem for
That's
a
an
professional
issue.
athlete. And again, looking at past players, even 10, 15 years ago, a lot of guys would play all 82 games.
Disappointing.
And of course, why would they do that? Playing all 82 games, it is a grind, it is hard, and an accomplishment. In a lot of ways, accomplishing that feat was all about honor, integrity, and respect for the game, as well as fans. And of course, those guys back then, they weren't 100% healthy every single night. But what did they do? They grinded out, they played through bumps, bruises, and minor injuries. And look, we can debate eras versus eras all day long. But for someone like Paul George,
I don't think we need to
he's
do
kind
that.
of
That's
the pinnacle
probably
in the
not
league
necessary.
of a soft NBA player, not only in terms of being banged up and hurt, but also in mindset and approach to the game of basketball.
We all go. Why not enjoy the go?
Nah,
Charmin
this is disrespecting. He's
My
being
guess
talking
at
about
this
some
point
Charmin.
isn't to hang it up, call it a day. You had a very good NBA career. You weren't a champion in the top 5%, but you were a very good player, but a successful career.
Man, that just looks like the sad decline of PG. This is what this is looking like, and I like PG's game, but this is like maybe the sad decline is maybe coming to the end soon. Him and Kawhi, but this one about PG. Kawhi's on another topic. But hey, man, if you like this type of content, y'all like, comment, and subscribe, man. You got any recommendations? Y'all let me know in the comment section below. Otherwise, I'm finna get out.